Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Coming out with it, it's Morgan. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He'll pull it down and run. Kept it and he's past the marker. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Pittman. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them.
Sprinting away. Smashes through the tackle. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, no! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Finds his man. It's Marshall. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback adapting. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The throw to the outside is complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get first and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Trying to bully their way in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Buying some time as he moves left. Pulls it in down the sideline. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And the Wolverines will go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll ride his man on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Moving out of the pocket. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. It's almost incomprehensible think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Well, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets past the marker. Turning it on. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here comes the heat. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless and got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point was good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over TCU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going to try it. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Quarterback running on the draw. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be third and long. To the air. It's Castellanos. Fires to the right. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got the first himself. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
From the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Looking to buy time. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. And down he goes back at the 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on third down coming up now, they're probably going to throw it again.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Oh, better look out! Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. The Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Got it, looking for a first. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And man, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to make magic. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
To the air, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the tailback. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job.
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles, not necessarily known for his running ability?
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Gets down with the slide.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Pittman. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Underwood. Buying some time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. It's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. Trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And your defense just came away with a huge scoop and score, so you try to capitalize on the momentum boost. You go for 2, and you get it. Nice job.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw, it's Underwood. Spits it out to the back. And the timing just a hair off.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Holmes. Runs through the tackle. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. They go to the wide receiver screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Knowles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Let's it fly. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Knowles will line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Wolverines are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Seminoles!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air, it's Underwood. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. There he goes! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option to give. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Knowles!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 35 over the Judicials. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Offense working from the pistol. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere.
Trying to get it in. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Backs going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Pittman. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Paul.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting